as well as playing chords and seeing chord progressions written out, you may also see what we call tab when it refers to you playing individual strings or individual notes or smaller groupings of notes. So what tab is, it's short for tablature, and what it is, it's a notation system specifically designed for the guitar. It's a numbering system, okay? And what you find on there are 6 lines, and they represent the 6 guitar strings, and any number on those, any line of those strings will represent a fret number, okay? Now, if you're in any doubt as to which line refers to which string, the best thing you can do, and I recommend to all my students, is to sit the guitar on your lap, and as you look down upon the strings, the arrangement of the strings as you look down matches the arrangement of the strings on a line of tab paper. So the top line of the tab is the high E string, and the bottom line of the tab is the low E string. Okay, so if you see a 3, for example, on the bottom line of a piece of tab, that means, taking off my capo, you will play a note on fret number 3 of that low E string. If you see a 2 on the 3rd line from the bottom, that's going to be a 2 on fret number 2 on string number 4 on the D string. Okay, it works just like that. If you see numbers, more than one number, all stacked up in one line, then that refers to notes that will all be played all at once, and you may see chords written like this. If I, for example, play a D chord, if I look at this in tab, you see I have a 0 on the 3rd line from the bottom, which is string 4. A 0 is an open string, okay? No frets, open string. Then the next line up, I would have a 2, that's fret number 2, with my 1st finger. Then a 3, that's my 3rd fret, and then on the top line I have a 2, 2nd fret again, okay? Don't be confused with these numbers being strings or fingers. There's no indication of fingers in the tab itself. You might see numbers underneath the tab. The numbers refer purely to fret numbers. Sometimes you may see tab and accompanying standard notation, in which case any rhythms you will see on the standard, the solfège, you say in France, and then below you have the indication of how those notes are to be played on the guitar, because often the same notes can be found in more than one place. So tab is a great tool for us to know exactly how the composer or whoever wants you to play this passage. But sometimes the standard notation will be missing, in which case you will find the rhythm written inside the tab itself. We have a series of lines coming from the numbers, and the rhythms are then written underneath that. So first thing, if you see a single note or a row of notes and nothing is written below it, then that's going to be a whole note. You're going to be holding that note or that chord for the whole of the measure. Okay. If you see sometimes a whole note actually you will see circled. If you see a circled note with a bit of a stick coming off it, or a note with just a little bit of a stick, that refers to a half note. So you would hold that note, play that note for 2 beats. If you see a stick running up to the number, then that is a quarter note. And then if you see a stick running up to the number and you see the beams, then that will be referring to 8th notes. Okay. So I hope that clears up tab for you. Remember, if you're in any doubt, guitar on your lap and you look down. Okay.